Hello, this is Victor at throttle.com. This video is for David in California. Here I have a part 2. This is the second part of finished repair on the throttle and on TLLR module that came from E320 124 chassis. This is a non-ASR setup where there is direct connection between linkage and the throttle plate, non-ASR unit. Whereas ASR unit would be something like this. There is a plain linkage. Okay, so this is the non-ASR unit, and it came in, if you saw in previous video, as that throttle would not energize. So the wires I showed in previous video that they're bad, and I also showed the computer does not activate, so I didn't spend a lot of time on it, like about an hour maybe. I did find which chip it was bad. I did replace 4 parts just in case. The capacitors I replaced this chip was bad, and this one, and actually small tiny little transistor, just for the hell of it, because they all sort of work together. So I just replaced them all. They're cheap, so mine as well, for a good measure. Now the wires in throttle body, as you saw, they were just starting to go bad, so I replaced them as well, cleaned the unit up. The unit is really nice actually. Clean, very I like this unit a lot. And right now what I'm going to show is I'm going to show you how it's supposed to activate and how it's supposed to work, and I also will show readings that this module actually see on my diagnostic computer here. Alright, so first things first, when I give the power to the module, this is what we're gonna hear. As you heard a click from relays inside, there's a single click, not like 3 or 4 clicks within like microsecond timing period, because if it goes like click, 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 click real quick, that means that it goes into fail-safe right away. So it's supposed to click once, relay activates once, everything checks, a brief second, like microsecond. If everything checks out, powers go, throttle activates. So this is basically our activation. As you can see, the throttle keeps the gear where it needs to be. One more time. Right now it's off, so obviously nothing is on. So let's put the power on. And yeah, don't mind this. This is flux. It's non-conductive, so I don't really bother cleaning that. That doesn't even make any sense. I mean, it makes no difference. It's non-conductive, so it doesn't matter. So as you can see, it keeps the gear where it needs to stay. Okay, now let's do the readout. Every time I shut the power down, I lose my readouts, so let's do actual values. I'm gonna show a couple of readouts. Also, I had this unit on the bench for like 2 or 3 days while I was waiting for chips with another module hooked up to it, so I can say that the coil seems to hold on well. After all these days, never shut off. Okay, now what we're going to see now is we see the actual readings, potentiometers readouts. So when I open the lever, see, I open the throttle, we do see one of the potentiometers follow the voltage changes, which is normal. That's the way it's supposed to be. So one potentiometer stays put, the other one opens. I mean, the voltages, one voltage on the secondary potentiometer stays put because, you know, gear is not moving, and second potentiometer is obviously moving because you see the shaft is moving. Okay, so I'm opening and closing the throttle. So as you can see, we know that first potentiometer is good. What I'm gonna do next now is I'm going to remove the gear. I'm gonna show you the precision of potentiometers, because right now once I remove this gear, the motor will try to align it to be in the exact readout range where it must be, and then I can actually stop it by pushing on the actual plate, because now it's not the motor but my fingers bringing it to the range where it's supposed to be. See, I'm slightly pushing on it. As you can see, the motor goes back and forth, back and forth. So the control is there, it is working. Now what I'm gonna do next is probably going to go into limp mode, but anyway, I'll do it anyhow. See, it went into limp right now. The motor shut off, but even in the limp mode, I can show you the reading from secondary potentiometer, which is going to be M16/2R2. As you can see, they both follow, because once I move the second potentiometer, the first one follows. So you see, I'm moving it right here because the clutch coil is off now, so I cannot move it with gears. It's just, you see, it's freewheeling. Well, long story short, it's just that I have to show that the first potentiometer also works. And we also have the idle speed safety contact also follows. As you can see, it is a safety contact M16/2S1 on right now. I know it's hard to do with one finger, so, and now it's off. So it's all the readings are there, all the readouts, everything is fine. Throttle sees where it needs to be, motor moves the plate to the positioning angles, all that stuff, all is good. Okay, but clearly enough, see, now you got to be careful with these things. Small little things can change, and you know, that put a little lubrication on the gear itself. So there. All right, so now what we're gonna do, we're just obviously going to reset it, and everything is gonna be just fine. Off and reactivate. So basically this is all. The throttle is good, computer is good, and ready to be mailed out. Now today is Sunday, it's noon time, so it's obviously going to sit on the bench. I'm probably gonna just leave it there on the bench because I'm gonna be doing some instrument clusters now, so I don't really need this to be off, really. I mean, let it be on. I mean, so these together will stay on together for, I would say, 12 hours. It's gonna be midnight plus about California time -3, so that's -9 o'clock. So yeah, like probably 24 hours. So that's basically what I'm thinking of leaving them on for 24 hours, because it's not going to make any difference. I cannot mail them today. I cannot call the customer because it's Sunday, the shop is closed. So I'll let them be. Monday in the morning, California time, I'll get in touch and we'll do finances, and I'm going to mail it back out. I'm not gonna, you know, just like maybe a little bit, just so that it just sits together, because I still have to put a circlip in, okay? But I want to do it on the bench there, and I don't want to do it here because that's all I can do right now. All right, so just let it sit here, and longer it sits, the better, so it heats up more. The more it heats up, the better is to test the coil like that when it's really hot. Okay, so this basically going to be all. I have to move on with other projects, so this is again part 2 for David in California. E320 W124 chassis, non-ASR throttle body and TLLR module testing together. Bad computer, bad wires, now repaired and working and ready to be mailed out. Alright, so this is Victor at RestoreYourMercedes.com. Thank you for watching.